So, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, we have another dash cam to inbox. This time a Vantrue, the new Element 2, which is a dual channel, both cameras doing 1440p resolution. It comes in a very nice box, very sturdy packaging, with a couple of static stickers if you don't want to stick it to your windscreen, and a small cloth, and a couple of stickers if you want to advertise that you're running a dash cam. One is in English and one is in German, and there's a very short description of how to put things together. And then there's a very thick user manual. This is by far the biggest one I have ever seen. It's like 12-13 millimeters thick, with several languages. And we have some dual-sided stickers and the mount. Nice and firm. This is a magnetic grip to the camera. Then we have a small pry bar in plastic for installation. Small one, but I think it will be very useful. There's a small short USB cable. And this is most likely a power source. It is indeed, with a spare USB outlet, so you can still charge something if you have this one plugged into your 12-volt outlet on your console, and the camera is using USB-C type plugs, so that's very nice. And in this box we have the connection cable to the rear camera. I don't know how long it is, but it's probably plenty long. If you're not, you can probably find the answer on the Vantrue website. And then we have the rear camera itself. With the plug in the side. And a very firm swivel in the mount, so it's probably not going anywhere in case of a crash. And then we have the camera itself. Feels nice and heavy, sturdy. Nice tactile switches. It goes on. Okay. It takes, I don't think it's that much force, but it's probably enough. And it's, in case of a front impact, it's not going anywhere. You will have to be severely rear-ended for the camera to kick back off the mount. But yeah, in that case it of course saves the event itself, and you probably have more pressing things to think about. So yeah, the camera of course also support CPL filter, which is not supplied, so that's an additional thing you need to consider. But it do come with a small Bluetooth button with two functions. The event side of it, and then there's a microphone on-off button. So yeah, that's about it for the unboxing. I think this part around the lens here might actually be metal, probably acting as a heat sink. And the rear camera connects in the top. And the power of course connects to the mount. So it's pretty straightforward. So this system also supports voice commands, which is becoming more and more popular, supported by different brands like Garmin and so on. So you actually don't really need this one if you want to use voice commands. I think there's about 8 or 10 commands you can use to control the camera. It's something completely new for me. I normally have used the button in the previous decades, but it is time to try something new. Give it a try at least, and if it doesn't suit me, I will just keep pressing buttons like a caveman. And the box is very nice, unlike some cameras where you have a sort of sleeve that goes around the box. This one is actually easy to take apart. It is a suction fit, however, and it feels very sturdy. There's a lot of all the padding you want inside, so the shipping company will have to mess it up really bad for this camera to not arrive in a usable condition at your doorstep. Vantrue at least have done all they can to make sure that happen. So if you receive a busted camera, you will most likely have to talk to the shipping company. Of course, if it's really trashed, I would advise to not receive it, if that's possible. I was just handed this by the mailman, so and it was inside an additional cardboard box with some padding in there too. So and it looked just fine, so I had no problems receiving it. If it had looked like the mailman had been kicking the box, he would have to take it back, or at least be present when I opened it in front of him. So that's the Vantrue Element 1 unboxing video. I will proceed to go to my car and install it immediately, and provide some footage for you to check out on YouTube. And of course, if you like to watch some raw unedited footage, I am of course able to provide a download link to you. And if you want something special conditions to examine on your own computer, I will also be able to do that, though I can't do any summertime video because it is winter time now in Denmark, so that's another 6-7 months out before we get to that kind of testing. But I'm very optimistic. The camera looks and feels great. So next up is live footage.